Hey everyone, welcome to tonight's Big Brother 22 chat.
Here we go again.
Alright, this is the first Monday episode. I gotta say,
I don't like it.
I don't mind it being on Mondays, but like, can we not do the football thing?
Yeah.
Because it's really late now.
Is that going to happen next weekend?
I hope not.
Next week too?
I hope not. But anyway.
It's episode 26. Don't worry. We're getting to the end of this pig soon. It's going to be soon.
Okay. Last time was a big episode.
It was the triple, baby.
Yes.
It was triplets.
Kevin, David, and Danny were all clipped last time. And now we're down to only 6 house guests left.
Well, Nicole was emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, whatever, exhausted. She had to lay on the floor and make weird noises.
She was really upset. I mean, I think a lot of it was guilt because... Well, okay, I think a lot of it was her freaking out because she was up on the block twice and she got 2 votes against her, so she was freaking out about that. But I think she was also really guilty because she had been throwing Danny under the bus leading up to that, and now
Danny's gone.
So, yeah.
All right, but first...
There were a lot of flashbacks in this episode because they had to
put something on this episode.
Well, also, like, there was a lot of stuff going down, like, on the commercial breaks and stuff. So they had to piece together what actually happened here. I was glad that we finally got to see this because, you know, Christmas and Tyler have been telling their stories about those votes on the feeds this week.
Right.
But now to actually see what happened,
they got the receipts.
Got some clarity, thankfully.
Yeah. So Christmas won the veto before the second eviction. She wanted to not use it.
Yeah.
And Memphis wanted her to not use it.
So their goals lined up.
But they didn't want the same person out. For some reason, Memphis had this vendetta against David.
So freaking weird. Yeah, I mean, it was that, but it was also he wanted to keep the committee together as long as possible.
Right.
So he's like, I'm going to take out David.
Well, Christmas saw this, and rightly so, as an opportunity to get rid of Nicole.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Christmas had already, and Tyler had already been discussing throughout the week, keeping David and getting rid of Danny and Nicole first before David goes.
What did you think of Tyler's hissy fit? When
Christmas
was like, okay, Memphis wants us to vote out David.
Yeah, they met in the lounge, and Christmas was telling Tyler what Memphis said. He wants David to go, and Tyler was like, I don't wanna. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
He was in toddler mode.
He wanted Nicole out.
Yeah, they both did.
Yeah. So they said, well, there's 2 of us. We need 1 more vote.
Let's
try and
votes.
Get Enzo on board.
And I mean, I don't think it's that out of the question to think that Enzo would be on board for this, considering...
Yeah. Rogue votes?
No, they don't even know about that. I was just going to say, considering how much Enzo has said, like, we need to make a move. We need to take out these big players. We need to take out Nicole.
We need to make a move unless Enzo is involved in making a move.
You need to make a move.
Exactly.
So Enzo...
he was all like, yo, yo, yo. And then when it came time to vote, he was like, no, no, no.
Yeah, he voted for David to go.
He chickened out. Or your other favorite animal, he catted out.
My favorite animal is like... Well, okay, whatever. Yeah, so I like cats, but my favorite animal is dogs.
I didn't mean that it was...
Okay. Well, anyway, Enzo was saying that he did not want to do this and blindside Cody.
Right.
Cody is his boy. And he didn't want to go against him. But it's just like, it was so lame to watch.
Is Enzo going to end up handing the money to Cody just like Cody handed the money to Derek?
He might. Or Enzo could get cut at the final 3 again.
You mean clipped?
He could get clipped at the final 3.
Clip. It makes me think of toenail clippers. And how they have like that really, loud clip. Clip.
Yeah. Anyway.
Like a stapler.
Yeah. So the votes were 3-2. Did you see Cody's face when the votes were read?
Yeah, he was like,
what?
2 and 3 is 5?
Yeah,
but
he was
it should have been 5-0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So David was voted out, and Nicole was not.
She survived the crash.
Yes.
All right, so Tyler cried.
Enzo told Nicole, hey, guess what? That was Christmas and Tyler.
Uh-oh.
They came to me. They were trying to convince me to get rid of you, and I saved you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so now she kind of owes Enzo.
Yeah, that was smart. So Tyler's crying in the room. Were those real tears, or was it just like...
I think they were real tears.
Well,
he was saying he was upset because he wanted to keep David so badly. David was his boy, and he couldn't make it happen.
David was a vote for him.
Yeah. I think he was also upset and freaked out because this is the first time he was ever on the wrong side of the vote.
Yes.
Which is wild.
That is wild. So Tyler won the HOH, the next one, and he put up Danny and Nicole.
Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah, his target was Danny.
Right. And Danny was evicted, but not before, well, it was before she blew up stuff on the way out.
Well, that was in her speech before she got evicted.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I know, you're thinking of the classic moment when Christmas was like, so it's going to be personal then, huh? And Danny's like, guess it is. We laugh at that. I can't even tell you how many times I pulled that up.
Time.
So funny.
All right.
But anyway, yeah, Danny was evicted. And now Tyler's trying to, smooth things over with Nicole.
Well, it's time for the new HOH competition for this week.
Okay.
We finally get to this week, over halfway through the show.
Well, there was a lot to unpack there. I gotta say, I was fine seeing the flashbacks to the triple because I wanted to know what was going on.
All right.
So, clearly we saw, I just want to emphasize, clearly we saw that Christmas and Tyler were both equally responsible, I feel, for the flop vote.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, but, we'll talk about that in a little bit.
All right, well, what did you think of Tyler's outfit when he came out for the HOH competition to host it?
Thought it was a lot of fun.
I thought, wow, that comes in a girl's version too, right?
It looked like a lot of fun. Yeah, this HOH competition had a yoga theme. Gotta love it.
It was a groovy yoga studio. Please. Namaste.
I think this one was off campus. That wasn't the backyard.
Oh, really? You think it was off campus?
Yeah.
Yeah, it did kind of look like the basement.
Yeah.
All right, so it was Namaste off the block. And it was basically the...
This is the one that they did on the jet ski last year.
And a few years before that, they did it in an RV.
Yeah, you got to take off your outfit while still holding down
3 buttons.
Certain buttons.
Right.
And if you...
It was like Twister, because you had to keep your body parts on the buttons. It didn't matter what body parts.
No. You just had to have the button held down. The buttons held down. And if you released any of the buttons, your time would go faster.
Up to 10 times fast. Oh, no, 60 times faster.
Yeah, it was 1 second equals 1 minute.
Yeah.
If you unleashed all of your buttons or released all of your buttons.
So Christmas was eliminated first. There was some real funny, especially Cody and Memphis. They were perfecting this move where they would get everything almost off, and then they would freaking
rip off the last bit and then launch themselves towards the button.
Yeah, it was very effective.
Even when you got to go and get the buzzer, you're taking your body off of all of the buttons, so you can't just be strolling over to that last buzzer.
No,
you got to launch.
So Nicole was out next. She was really sweating, and it was difficult for her to get those lizard pants off or snake pants off, whatever it was, because she was really sweating. At one point, it looked like she was almost going to rip off her underwear too.
That would have been sad.
Yeah. You think they would have shown it? Yeah, they would have had to blur it out.
Blurred it out, but yeah.
All right.
She lost her pants in that other competition.
That's right. She was just walking around in her saggy baggy underwear. All right. So then Enzo was out next. It was a whole bunch of different characters. The one that Enzo got out on was some weird-ass tarantula outfit.
Yeah.
So it came down to Cody versus Memphis.
They had little ducky outfits on.
Yeah, sitting ducks. So Cody ended up winning that because Memphis finished first. But he had a very high time.
His time was 5-something minutes.
I thought it was 6 even. No, maybe you're right. Maybe it was 5. And then Cody just took his leisurely time.
Yeah, well, he knew what he was up against at that point, so he knew, like, I just have to do this much and I'll win. But he smoked him. It was only, like, 3-something minutes, so... Cody won HOH again!
Well, Christmas and Tyler know that they're in trouble because they were on the wrong side of the vote.
Yeah.
And
Cody's really close with Nicole.
Right.
And Enzo.
Nicole's really pissed. She's sitting in her room stewing.
She had a lot to say. She's had a lot to say all week about Tyler and Nicole, and...
I hate Tyler! He's a jerk.
What about when she said, like, she looks into his eyes and there's nothing there?
Christmas is a dirty player. She'll do anything.
Which is hilarious coming from Nicole.
She would do anything too.
Remember when Nicole voted out her BFF Ian? Yeah. I'm just saying, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with it. Like, it's game, but at the same time, like, she's criticizing other people for doing, like, the same thing.
All right, so Cody's going to put up Christmas and Tyler. And the replacement is going to be Memphis.
If necessary.
Right.
But Memphis would not be the target.
No.
Yeah, so Cody just wants to avoid Nicole and Enzo going up on the block because there's only 3 people voting this week. So if Nicole or Enzo go up on the block, their little trio does not have the votes anymore. So he's doing anything he can to make sure they still have the majority of the votes.
All right, well, this next segment was a little bit ridiculous.
This was necessary, though.
Cody says, like, a lot. 34 times a lot in one freaking scene. I feel like this is played up because I don't...
This is natural. I remember seeing this conversation on the feeds and going...
You don't think he did that on purpose?
Oh, no. No. We've seen Cody acting, and this was real.
That's pathetic.
This was real.
That's actually
it was
pathetic.
insane. He just kept changing where he was going with his thoughts, and it really played out in his likes.
Wow.
It just made me think of Jessica from last season.
Like. All right, so Cody and Tyler.
Oh, wait, I just want to mention, too, my favorite part of the whole thing was at the end when Christmas was like 100%.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't tell me you know what he was just saying.
Yeah. All right, so Cody and Tyler are chatting, and they want to get Christmas out because Christmas is like a second Danny.
All right. Here's the thing. Tyler and Christmas have a final 2 deal. But at this point... They are both ready to throw each other under the bus. Tyler is saying, oh, you know, Christmas might have to go this week so that I can stay. But it is what it is. But,
yeah.
So, he's saying that Christmas was responsible for the flip vote. It was her idea. And Christmas is telling Cody it was Tyler's idea. She feels like she was duped by him to do this. And she betrayed Nicole, who she really trusts.
They're really doing that damage control. They're doing their best.
They're just trying to push it off on each other. And Cody's like, I think it was both of you. Like, I don't believe, I don't believe either of them.
All right, so now it's time for the noms. And Cody nominates Tyler and Christmas. What? I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
They really dragged that one out.
Yeah, well, these two are both competitors. They are fired up going into this veto competition.
Like, yeah. But everybody's playing in the veto because there's only 6 people left. So
we're at that point in the game.
It's going to be fair for a change. There's no more chance of backdooring anybody because everybody's playing.
Yeah. I gotta say, as predictable and boring as this season has been at times, I'm excited at least now that we're seeing the committee go after each other. We've been waiting for this. I like seeing them scramble a bit. It's refreshing.
You know, if it wasn't such a lock for Cody to win this, I would be like, yeah, you're right. But I just feel like I could see the future already.
I mean, there are still other things that could happen here.
It's not so bright that I have to wear shades. It's not.
Well, anyway, let us know what you guys think about all this in the comments. Wednesday, we got that veto.
Thursday, another
eviction.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
Thanks for watching. Let us know what you thought. And until tomorrow, much love.